Midlife women, this collective energy reading is for you. Midlife women, I'm speaking to you. Are you opening up? Are you ready to receive? Are you ready to hear? Are you ready to connect to something deeper? Here's your message for this week, May 4th through 10th. Here's the energetic information and tools and tips. I'm Stephanie. I'm an intuitive energy reader, and I hold space for deeper awareness, moving through stuck places, and reconnecting with your own inner knowing. Each week, I pull one tarot card to harness and highlight the collective energy that we're moving through. And as midlife women, here you go. Here's your card for the week. This is the Star card. The Star card in the tarot is in the major arcana cards, which means big awareness, big karmic shifts, big karmic lessons that we are learning or have learned through lifetimes. The Star card always means as above, so below. And it's the perfect card to drop into our awareness as we move deeper in through midlife as women. And this week, there's really a shift. There's a shift, and it's like a shifting of gears. That's what I've been calling it as I've been doing my weekly meditation group. I call it a shift in gears because we're downshifting to calm our nervous system down. But this card is actually a shift in timelines, a shift in perspective, a shift in collective awareness for us as women in this phase of our lives. And the deep connection that we're making with each other, with ourselves, with the earth, with the cosmos, and the whole of it, the wholeness of it all, which I've talked about a lot in these tarot collective readings, opening our awareness to the fact that we are part of a large and whole entity that all you can imagine, right? We are part of it. And this is just another reflection of it. So let's look a little deeper at this card because there's way more than just an awareness of the whole here. We are not just a cog in the wheel of cosmic life, right? We are awakened and awareness, and we are intentional beings. We have sovereignty as individuals. We have an ability to connect our whole entire system, which consists of our heart, our mind, our circulatory system, our reproductive and hormonal system. We can connect to tune in and to attune to ourselves, and then plugging it into the collective so that we are serving and we are of service and we are being served. Okay, so what's been happening, right? All these millennia is that we have not been served. We have been serving only, of service only. And that is a recipe for not only disaster, but it's also a recipe to become out of alignment. And it's really hard to get back into alignment when things have become so disorienting in the quote unquote real world, which is actually not all of reality, right? The natural world is real, but the real world that is of brick and mortar buildings, like 3D reality, that is a creation from this disconnection that has been happening. That's happened all along these decades, these millennia, right? Living in a female body, being of our nature, it is our nature to feel like we want to heal, tend to, and fix. And we can do that. And we are doing that. But we also cannot just keep going with the awareness of only parts of ourselves. We have to be aware and bring more awareness to the whole of ourselves, the whole of our needs. And part of who we are and our needs is to be served. We are of service. We have been of service. We have exhausted ourselves being in service to fill in the blank, right? And we feel it in our lives. And now as we are over serving, a majority of the time, we feel exhaustion, resentment, rage, etc. And this is not our natural state, obviously. It's not our natural state. So we know that we aren't seeing the wholeness of ourselves. And this is not only on us, it's on the collective, right? So let's look at the collective of what is, how we have been confined and compartmentalized, a lot of which is the patriarchy, basically. So the part that has not been acknowledged for us is to be served. So let's look at how we can, as individuals, tap into this energy of the star card so that we can start to open our awareness to this in our daily lives. We're going to be opening our awareness to all the ways that we haven't been served, that we have not even acknowledged that we deserve to be served. And that comes sometimes with a lot of sadness, grief, and anger. And we can see that right now out in the world, right? Rearing up in society, the sadness, the anger. And so how do we come to terms with this energetically as individuals? Let's turn to the star card here. And this is not a 1 week kind of card energy. This is a lifetime of energy in this card, a lifetime of energy. So one way to tap into the star card energy is by finding a quiet moment in your days or quiet moments in your days this week. And so you're shifting gears and you're intentionally focusing on your breathing. You're intentionally stopping, slowing down. Maybe you want to sit out in nature for this practice. Maybe you want to sit in your quiet room, maybe in your car, maybe in your bath, anywhere where you can take a little break and you can really calm your nervous system down. Just calming down. So taking at least 5 minutes, at least calming yourself down by closing your eyes, slowing your breath down, and just starting there. And you're going to start to either think about, or I honestly recommend writing down all the ways in which you serve. And this could be service to your family, your kids, your animals, your job, your partner, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your community, the earth. And don't forget how you serve yourself if you do. And if you don't, find the ways that you serve yourself. Make a note of that too, mentally, right? So finding all the ways that you are in service to something else. And the real point of this exercise is not to be a martyr, but can you do this? Can you come from a place of open-hearted awareness and possibly even appreciation versus a place of exhaustion and resentment? Now, you may feel, most of us will, exhausted, and you may be very resentful if you make this list. But you can, before you make the list and you're calming your nervous system down enough, can you at least look at it with neutrality? At least neutrality, where you're not feeling strongly one way or the other. All the ways that you serve in your life, just noticing, and spend as much time as you want making this list. It could be days. And the next step after you've done this is you can use the same time that you're doing this, or you can do it another day. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to spend time calming your nervous system down, breathing, getting into a quiet space. And you're going to make another list of all the ways that you are being served. Now, some examples may be your partner cooks dinner for you or your family. Your job offers you a bonus every year. Your community offers fill in the blank. Where you live is offering good weather. All the ways that you're being served by your community, by your family, your friends, your animals, your land. And this is not a comparison list, but you might notice that there's more serving being done than being serviced. And if this is so, then you write down the ways in which you want to receive more, the ways in which you'd like to be served more. This could be having more time for yourself. This could be somebody loving you more, giving to you more. Your partner maybe is holding the family activities together so that you can step away from your family or work and be by yourself and go taking care of yourself, spending time with friends, places where you can find and where you want to be served more. And notice what comes up when you write that list. Notice if there's a fear of or guilt or I don't deserve that energy. Notice it. Just notice it and still make that list. Notice what's coming up and still make your list. Just notice what's coming up and still write that list, because these two things are being asked now to come into more balance, because we cannot serve without being served. And it might be that you're served from a divine source, your connection with religion, spirituality, your connection with God, your ancestors, spirit, your connection with something that you cannot see. That might be what is serving you and really filling you up. I know that's on my list of things that really serve me and help me actually be better able to serve and be in alignment with a service that I want to bring to the world. So what is that for you? And here's the thing about working with these cards is that these cards bring up a spaciousness and an awareness for us to work within it. And that is the power of these collective readings. That's the power of looking at the images of these cards and dropping into these questions and slowing down. It's an opportunity to work with the energy and not be against. It's saying, hey, here's what's moving right now. Here's what's being presented. Do you want to partake in it? You can say no. Or you can ride the wave and work with this energy. And that's what's being asked in these readings, and especially this card. It's about the star coming into balance, above and below, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you're willing and courageous enough, you can share anything in the comments here about these exercises or send me a message. And if you want to go into more guided calming of your nervous system down and deeper into this kind of work, you are more than welcome to join us on Thursday nights for our meditation space. It's a free live meditation quiet space on YouTube. It's at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time every Thursday, and it lasts about 15 to 20 minutes. And we drop in, we slow down, we get quiet just for the sake of getting quiet. And this is a good practice before you do the lists that I was talking about with this card. So send me a question if you have one. Send me a hello if you want to say hi. I'm seeing new people on here, and I'm just so grateful to everybody that comes and spends time with information like this. So lots and lots and lots of love to you and deep awareness. And I'll see you next week.